Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy October 1st. Y'all know I get excited about new things. I have recently started getting excited about Monday because I had the revelation like, hey, yo, like it's the start of a new week. Look at the new things that God is giving you instead of focusing on you going into work and you just being tired. So with that being said, I'm super excited that it is October 1st. I'm so excited that we get to start a new month where we're hitting on some new goals. We're attacking, not just hitting on those new goals, we're attacking those new goals. We are saying, yo, we have what, 3 more months left of the year. These are going to be my most successful. Even if I had grand success January through September, October, November, and December, I'm going to succeed that success that I've already had, or I'm going to continue in that success and just make some strides in where I want to go to get me further to my goal, to get me further to my overall, my grand success, and just to make sure that I am still in line with the purpose that God has set out for me. So I'm excited that it's October 1st, y'all. I'm geeked. Like, I am super excited that, I don't know, I just like new things. I like coming into new things, and going into a new month always presents grand opportunities and just a new set of blessings that God is going to be giving us. So with that being said, as always, God is blessing us. He's always going to be blessing us. The goal for today is to be compassionate, okay? Be compassionate. And I feel like almost our goals lately have taken a turn. Like, I feel like at the beginning of the year, or the first half of the year, a lot of the goals were focused on self-improvement. So just making sure that we are creating a life for ourselves that follows God, or follows God, what God wants for us, or follows what God has for us, and making sure that we are living out the best version of ourselves. Now we've kind of shifted, and a lot of our goals lately have been towards other people, and making sure that our relationships with other people are good, and making sure that other people can also see, that they also can have this blessed life, and they can create a blessed life for themselves, and just being the best version of themselves that they can be. So with that, being compassionate, yes, it's something that we're describing about ourselves, but it's more so for other people. So what does it mean to be compassionate? Obviously, it means that you have compassion for other people. Yes. But what does compassion mean? Compassion is a deep feeling of sympathy or sorrow towards another person in a time that and just like a hardship that they may be going through. So, they may have gone through a death in the family, or they may have lost someone very close to them. It may even be a breakup, because sometimes, depending on the relationship, breakups can take a toll on people too. They may have lost a job, their finances may be in disarray. Anything that is causing their life anything that's causing an upset in their life, we want to be compassionate to that person or to that situation, which again is just having deep sorrow or sympathy towards that person. And not only that, okay, so that is honestly just the description of compassion, but there's also action put behind compassion, where, like, I feel like if you are just, having a deep sorrow for someone, like, you're just being sympathetic towards a situation. But compassionate takes having sympathy, and it also adds in the want to alleviate that sorrow. Okay, so not only do we feel sorry for them, or do we have sympathy towards them and their situation, but we also, part of being compassionate is wanting to alleviate some of that upsetting situation that they're going through. And that could be, in its simplest terms, just having a talk with them, pulling them out of that situation to, have lunch with them, or just, have a lighthearted situation with them, trying to focus their mind on something else for a little bit, as God leads you. It could be, providing finances. If someone's texting me, that's super annoying, but it could be providing finances towards someone, that's going through a financial struggle. It could be, different ways. God, of course, we start off all of our videos with God is blessing us. He's always going to be blessing us. And with that, I think that God also intends us to also bless other people. And blessings, of course, do not always come in monetary form, but just find a different way that you could bless someone's life, especially if they're going through something upsetting. That is honestly, so sympathy and action, the action of wanting to alleviate some of that sorrow, that's what compassionate truly means. The story that I thought of this morning, of obviously the ultimate compassionate person that I could think of in my life is Jesus Christ, is God. Because, like, if you think about it, I don't know if anybody has read the Old Testament. And if you have, shout out to you, because a lot of the books in the Old Testament are hard to get through because, I don't know. Well, I won't say a lot of them. The beginning books in the Old Testament are hard to get through just because of how they're written. But it's filled with so many stories and so many examples of God's love for his people and the compassion that he had towards the Israelites, which I'm not going to go too deep into it because I'm pressed for time. But the compassion that he had towards the Israelites and in their disobedience, like they were completely disobedient, like pretty much spitting his face on a lot of the things that he was telling them to do in the places that he was telling them to go, which caused them to be enslaved for hundreds of years. But in that, God wasn't just like, you know what, I see that you're going through this. I feel sorry for y'all, but y'all can work it out. Like easily, obviously God could have done that. Like, I see that you're being enslaved and treated terribly, but y'all got the resources, so work it out. But no, he said, I'm sure he thought that, but the action behind that, which is what made him compassionate, the action behind that was he provided numerous opportunities for them to, and made numerous ways for them to come out of enslavement, and then ultimately sacrifice his son. But in that's a perfect example of the compassion that we want to show towards other people. Like, yes, we see that people have resources and means to get themselves out of situations. And yes, we're sorry for a lot of people in a lot of different ways. But again, being compassionate is putting that action behind it. So even though I have sympathy towards your situation, or even though I can see that, yes, even I have sympathy, but I see that you have the resources to get yourself out of this situation, me being a compassionate person is also understanding that I should do something to help alleviate that sorrow. And again, it doesn't have to be something grand. It could be just having a conversation. Some people just want to get things off their chest. Child, something. Some people just want to, verbally express something. So it could be something like that. It could be giving somebody a card. It could be, showing someone love. Could be just giving a smile, just a friendly hello. It could be a God bless you. It could be, as the Lord leads, again, giving them a monetary gift. But again, we want to make sure that part of our compassionate nature is making sure that we are trying to do stuff to alleviate the suffering of other people. Because again, if we, especially the people that are around us, if we are living lives that are blessed and we have found the secret to having a blessed life and living a life on purpose, why would we want to keep that a secret from the people around us or the people that we care about or the people that we love about? We don't. We shouldn't, at least. So yeah, so that is the goal for today, is to be compassionate, and I hope everyone has a wonderful Tuesday, a wonderful start of October, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.